Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Coffee here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks to using Procreate. Now, I have noticed that a few of you have either are new to the program or just bought tablets to be able to use Procreate, and so I'm going to give you a couple of tips that will help you navigate Procreate a little bit better. Now, when it comes to Procreate, it is a very complicated system to use, but once you start learning the ins and outs of it, I think you will like it a lot. So, when it comes to digital drawing, what I use, again, is the app Procreate. It is $10 on the App Store, I believe. It was $10 when I got it. You're going to need an Apple Pencil. What you're seeing on my Apple Pencil is a little nib tip. It's just a way for me to not stab the screen. Because I do tend to press a little hard, and not having all those strokes on my screen to damage weak points into the screen, I have a little nib tip on it. It helps me feel like I'm using an actual pencil. So, first things first, we have our gallery, which is going to show you all the images that you've created or that were preloaded onto Procreate. To start a new page, you're going to hit that plus symbol and pick a size of your the size of your paper. If you would like to create your own size, you click this plus symbol and then add the size in there. The size paper I'm going to use for this project I made for myself, and it is a 4,000 px by 5,000 px. So what you would do is go in there, type in 4,000 in width, 5,000 in height, hit create, and it will create that paper for you. I'm just going to hit cancel out of there because I already have that size, and it's right here. So we're going to open it up by just tapping on it. Now, there's a few tools in here that you're going to need to get familiar with. First one is where your color is. Whatever color you want your pencil to be is going to be here. It has a slider tool. You can either go for the classic disc and move the disc around. Oop. Or you can go for the classic, which has the scroll line here. Harmony will give you a way to find the harmony of the color that you're using. You can also tap on right underneath colors where it says complementary, and it will give you a couple more dots that you can use for when you're coloring in stuff. That's a video for another day. We're just going to leave it on complementary right now. The value of the colors that you're using, and then palettes. Now, you might not have as many palettes as me because, again, I've been using and doing Procreate for a couple of years now, so I have quite a few palettes. You don't have to buy palettes. If you find a picture that has a color palette that you like, you can use the color palette from that particular picture. So, like, if you click this plus button, create a new palette, new from camera, meaning you can take a picture of something and it'll pull in the colors from that picture, new from a file that you downloaded, or new from photo. I use new from photo a lot, so what I'll do is I'll click on it, find a photo that I like. So let's say we're gonna let's use this dragon. See this blue and purple dragon? And all the colors from that image are gonna make a palette for you. So you don't have to go out and buy palettes. It also has cards, which will tell you what each one of those colors is for each palette. So say you want to make a custom palette, you can take and create palette and then figure out what colors you want to go into that palette to make one on your own. For right now, I'm just going to find like a basic palette here. One that kind of has all the colors in it. We're just going to choose this palette. Oop, didn't mean to X out of it. So yes, I'm just going to pick a basic palette. We're going to pick this palette here. And to pick a palette, you just click on one of the colors, okay? Next, you're going to go to your brushes or your pens. Now, you will have the stock ones, the ones that come with it. So you might have sketching, inking, drawing, painting, artistic, calligraphy, art brush, textures. You will have all of those. The rest of these are ones that I've added on since I've started drawing, which again, you don't need to do that. You can perfectly fine use the ones that come with it. So for me, if I use sketching, they have different pencils in here: technical pencil, Procreate pencil, Derwent pencil, which is a brand, if I remember correctly, they have like really fancy like watercolor pencils and stuff. HB pencil, narrator pencil, I don't know what that is, soft pastel, oil pastel, artistic crayon, peppermint. I prefer using the 6B pencil out of this one. And then you have your sliders here. Now your sliders will give you, this top one is going to give you the size of the pencil. So say you want it really small, say you want it really big, there you have it. This is also pressure sensitive. So if you put a lot of pressure into it, okay, this thing in the center here is a color dropper. So if you tap that square in the center, it will bring up this circle. You can place this on anything on your page and it will draw the color from that and turn it into the color that you'll be using, okay? So that's what that is. The next slider is the opacity of your pencil. So say you want to do like some shading, but you don't want to use a lighter color, you just want a lighter color of the pencil you're using. You just lower the opacity. See how it's lighter than the other ones? If you bring it back up, it's darker again. Then of course you have your undo button and then your redo button. Okay? Real easy, right? So we're going to undo all those lines. Now, when you're drawing in this app, say you want to make a perfect line. Say you go to make a straight line. Oh, lower my opacity. You want to make a straight line, but it's not straight, and you want it to be perfectly straight. Don't lift your pencil, let it sit, and it will snap into place, and then you can move it around if you want to. Once you snap it into place, look up top here, it says line created, but as soon as you lift your pencil up, it says edit shape. If you click edit shape, you can do line or quadrilateral, which quadrilateral just kind of drags it out so you can like make, you know, something that's quadrilateral. But we're going to stick with line. When you click on that, you can move that around to anywhere you want. Okay? And then you just tap the screen to make it go away. So if you're trying to make square, and it works for all shapes, so it's not just lines. Pretty much any shape that you would make. Don't pick up your pencil when you're making the shape. Hold it, and it makes a perfect shape. And then say for a circle, if I want this to be a perfect circle and not an ellipse, because up here it tells you that it's an ellipse, tap the screen. Let it go. Perfect circle. Also, if you want to color in something, so say I want to color in this circle. I want to make it this peachy color. Instead of having to sit here and color it in, you don't have to do that. If that whole circle is going to be that one color, first you want to make sure that the circle is completed, meaning the circle is 100% closed. So there's no way for the color to escape, because what's going to happen is you're going to click and drag that color into your circle. Now what can happen sometimes is when you do that, so say you do that and there's a little bit of an opening, okay? It will fill the entire page. Don't lift your pen up. But it will fill the entire page, okay? So what you're going to want to do, obviously, is close any lines you might have open. And then fill it in. Now, if it's over too much sometimes, say I click and drag and it fills in the whole page, which happens sometimes. Like right there, it's at 100%, okay? If that happens, click the back arrow, try it again. If it does do the whole page again, without lifting up your pencil, slide it back, okay? When you slide it back, it's sliding back the threshold of the color. So it's at 100% here. And then if I slide it back to 94.9 or whatever, it fills in that circle, okay? We're going to start a new layer. This layer is going to sit on top of this one. So you just click the plus symbol. Find a new color. Oh, gotta bring up my opacity again. I'm gonna draw a circle here. And there's a circle there, but we're gonna get rid of that real quick because I'm gonna show you a little trick. If you go over to this wrench, okay, go to Canvas. There's something in here called a drawing guide. For those folks that can't seem to draw the same thing twice, this is gonna be your best friend. Click drawing guide and you'll see a grid pop up and you're like, oh my God, what is that? Go to edit drawing guide. Down here at the bottom, you have 2D grid, which is what you're seeing, isometric, which is this here, perspective, you can draw in perspective, it'll help you with that, or symmetry, which means it'll draw everything in perfect symmetry. You can also adjust where the symmetry line is, so we're gonna make it right here, kind of in the center. I wanna say that's the center, it looks like the center. We're gonna bring it over just a little bit. Up, hold on one sec. All right, so we figured out where our symmetry line is. We're gonna click done. And you see that line is still there. You're probably like, why is that line still there? Now I want you to try to draw something, okay? I want you to play around with this for today. I think I've given you enough information for today that if you want more information, I'll do another video. But that's just the basics of how to use this program. This is my favorite, one of my favorite things. I love playing with this, the symmetry tool. So draw something on one side of your paper. See how it draws it on the other side as well? Oh, it filled my whole paper. We're just gonna drag it this way. Sometimes it won't let you drag it all the way depending on where you're at in the thing. And that tells me that I have a line that's not closed. So you can either go look for that line that's not closed. Don't worry about the other side. It'll fill itself in. So we're just gonna do it like this. You can fill it in yourself since it's not such a big area. So in this video, I showed you how to pick a pen that you want to use or a brush, how to erase, which when it comes to erasing, hold on a second here. When it comes to erasing, whatever brush you're using, you can use the exact same brush for an eraser, okay? Your erasers are gonna have you're gonna be able to use the exact same brushes that you use to draw with to erase with as well. Me personally, I like using a soft blend brush for my eraser, but if you choose to use the one that you're currently using as a brush that you're drawing with, just tap and hold on your eraser and it will change it to what you're currently using, okay? So you're gonna tap, press and hold. See, we're currently using a 6B pencil. If it doesn't work, I think it might, oh, there we go. Just try it again if it doesn't work and it should snap it to whatever pencil you're using. But again, I like using the soft brush. So we're gonna go back to the soft blend. And then if I need to erase something, again, check the size of your eraser, because with the soft blends, it does tend to make it kind of big when it brings it in. And then you can erase. So play around with those. And if you are interested in another video, I can do another tips and tricks video, because believe me, I have plenty, where I can show you other ways to use Procreate and other little tools that come with this program. But real quick, now our first layer here is all drawing assisted. So you'll see the word assisted come up under your layer, okay? We're gonna go to a new layer, and you see how there's not the word assisted? Tap on that layer. You will get all these things that pop up. If you click draw assist, it will turn that draw assist back on. If you choose not to have it on, just leave it as it is or unclick it, okay? So we're gonna go here. Let that snap into place. I'm gonna edit the shape and move it around. And then so just try playing around with it, with those little bit of tips that I showed you. Feel free that if I went a little too fast for you to go rewatch the video. Also, check out some other videos on YouTube. One of my favorite people to watch for pro tips and learning how to draw stuff is Art by Flo. Here's another little tip for you. If you want to move something, so this lip here at the bottom doesn't seem even to me, and I want to move it. Click the S. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lasso around the area that you want to move. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to click the arrow, and now I can move it where I want it, which is there. Okay? So it's not hard. It just takes some practice and some time to learn the program. And once you get it, you won't turn back, I promise. Also, if you didn't know, tapping your Apple Pencil will get it to switch between eraser and your regular pen, which is why you keep seeing me tap on it. Her lips look a little jank, but you get the point. Now, do keep in mind that I am not a professional artist, not in the least bit, but I do like to use Procreate. And for my folks that want to learn how to use this and wanted a few tips and tricks, I just wanted to do a quick little video showing you how you can use it. Please feel free, again, to watch this back however many times you need to. Do what you have to do. This is just the beginning. If you would like another video, I can totally do that. But I just wanted to give you some basics on how to use Procreate. So there you have it. Feel free to, again, give yourself some time to practice. Try to draw something with the symmetry. See how you do. See how you like it. But with that said, I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, or anything you want me to cover in the next Procreate tips video, please leave those down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I will do another part of how to use Procreate next week, which if you're watching this in the future, just look for the playlist how to use Procreate. But with that said, I must now bid you adieu. Thank you so much. Please remember that it's hard out here in these crafty streets, so stay safe, stay caffeinated, and stay cool. And always try to remember to be kind to others, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.